We're stacking. There we go. Hello. PuppyCat.
Hi.
What are you doing in Hawaii, young lady?
Well, we came over here because our family visited for the first time ever. So that was pretty cool. We
Oh,
got to revisit a lot of spots that we wouldn't have normally visited.
I saw.
So
Have you
that was super
actually
fun.
been to those places before? I have.
The only thing that I've never done before that I did with them is surfing.
You never surfed? I think I've been there probably at least a dozen times,
Oh no.
but
Oh,
I still haven't done like half the stuff in your pictures.
you've got to do it whenever you feel safe, because I know it's very crazy right now. So it's a little crazy of a time at this moment.
Yeah, and I have this
You
crazy immune system. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. I kind of suck that a variant kind of snuck in there and like stopped our progress.
You know,
That is a little sucky.
yeah. I mean, I don't think it's going to stop. I think there will always be variants because it is a coronavirus. And historically, I believe coronaviruses have
Mm-hmm.
variants. It's not like polio
Yeah.
or the measles
Hi,
that,
Shirley.
has one thing.
I think if we get to a certain point to get it under control, so that it doesn't keep spreading, um, and enough people like somehow build up their immunities. So I think
I'm
that's
not
what I'm
sure.
kind of after. Like the flu and the cold, right? I mean, they evolve all the time.
That's what they are, though. That's what like that's they're in the same kind of family, so they'll forever evolve.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
Um,
it's
yep.
hard.
I think whichever way that we find to boost our immunities and then feel safer, I think that's what we'll
Yeah,
have to like. People like me will have to wait for, or wear a mask for the rest of my life, which actually I don't really mind because that keeps me from catching the colds and the flus too when I'm out at the shop.
that's true. That's true.
Yeah, and I don't mind like covering half my. I don't have to put on any makeup at all when I'm out. I do like my
That's the best
get
part.
ready routine is like completely opposite. When I go out there, I can like slum it, put on my big old shades, a huge hat, and then my mask. One sees it,
Yeah,
but when I come home, that's when I have to get dressed again.
yeah, yep. That's the funny part when you're a live streamer. Actually, everything becomes
Yeah,
opposite. You go out with no makeup and nothing, and then when you're on live stream is when you actually
have
look
to put
decent.
myself together, right? People
Hi,
say hello to
everybody.
you.
Hi! Oh my gosh, we've got Diva Woman, who's now Shirley. I remember back in the day on Periscope, I would just always call her Diva Woman.
Yeah,
And then there's
Shirley is the
Linny
first person
again.
I met like in person from Haps.
What?
Yeah, she came to visit me at the shop.
That's amazing! I love that.
Yep, Shirley's like the
So
coolest.
cool.
She even
I
like
love
helped
that
me
she is.
personalize one of my gray bunny bags.
What?
Yes. Oh, yeah, don't get jealous
Ari's.
now.
Oh, Avi. Avi's back. What's up?
Yay! Hello. Oh,
Thanks
thank
for
you
the
for the high
high
five.
five.
So the awards, I typically double it
G
and
Garcia.
send it straight to one of my favorite bunny rescues.
Aw, Shirley says I'm the reason why she joined HAPS. Thank you, Shirley. I
Yes.
appreciate that.
Well, Olivia is responsible for this crazy one too. Totally responsible. Even though
I
I
think I
have
was looking at the number of people that I brought onto HAPS, and I was like, hey, all right. I brought
it,
like a good number of people to HAPS, but
yeah.
before they had that whole incentive program. So I was like, oh my gosh, I
Oh
already
no!
literally,
They have to make it retroactive for you.
I know if they did, I would have been up there, I was like, oh my gosh, I've already invited a lot of people here. Like, it's going to be kind of difficult from here.
Hundreds. Yeah, if you can convince me, I bet you have convinced like at least 200 people.
Right? Yeah, seriously. I think it's at least 200.
And I'm like, I don't
Avi
like.
says, Yeah, see, Olivia, you brought me to Haps. Well, kinda, haha. She is amazing, and so is Ella. I know. I knew Ella was going to be amazing at this. Like, I
No,
just
nobody's
knew.
amazing. Oh
No,
well,
seriously.
because I pretended I was your mom at Berkeley.
Not just because of that, but I think you just fit this world so much better. It's raw, it's real, it's authentic, and it's
Yeah,
just not so edited, you
yeah,
know.
and
And I think
she knows I take like 8 hours to edit a 15-minute video.
it's just, but that's everyone. Editing is just so, I don't know. It's just too filtered for me. Ella should join Up HI. Ooh,
What is
yes,
that?
ukulele. It's the ukulele club with from my friend Airbro. Have you met Airbro?
No, not yet.
Oh my gosh, I hope he hops on Hap soon. I'm gonna text him and be like, "Hey, yo, Airbro,
I need more
Professor."
people to like help me like improve my skills. Hello,
Yeah, that would
Jelani.
be
Thank you for
awesome.
the support. Yes, tonight's
Jelani,
award
mahalo. Okay.
definitely will be donated and
Yes,
matched.
I love that. Yes. Okay, so Professor Augusto Brazon says, "Hello, I am a music teacher from Caracas, Venezuela, and I am your number
Wow.
one fan in this country. God bless you for everything you have given to your listeners. Many kisses for
See,
you."
Olivia, that's
Aw,
amazing.
muchas gracias, Profesor
Aw.
Augusto. Muchas gracias. Aloha. I'm actually tuning in from Honolulu today, so that's where I am.
Oh, poor kid. Suffering so much in Hawaii.
I know, right? Oh gosh, the tears.
I know.
Avi
They're like,
says,
I can I go?
you know, right? Avi says it was Joanne who brought me to Periscope, and then Haps, then happened to happen. Avi. Oh my gosh,
Oh,
I love Joanne. I'm sure you've met Joanne, Ella. Have you met Joanne?
yes. I've met her and I've
Yes,
seen a lot of her talks with you when you guys are online.
yes. She's my Asian sister.
The Vietnamese accent. So so horrifically good that I feel kind of a little guilty for laughing as hard as
Ella,
I did.
Ella, why you laughing? Why? Why you laughing? Why you laughing my English? Huh? Huh?
Oh dear. Well, starting this year, it's a little bit more okay for me to laugh out loud at that. For those of you who kind of know half the other half of my private story.
Yes, yes. I'm
Oh,
glad. I'm glad that it's you can
yeah.
be both,
Moving
you know?
forward, we're looking ahead. The past
Avi
is the
says, I'm
past.
jealous. Why can't I be in Hawaii? You can,
That's
Avi,
what
you
just.
can be in Hawaii, but you do have to take a COVID test or be vaccinated. Therefore, I truly believe that this is one of the safest states that you can possibly be in because you cannot come in unless you've been tested negative or had the vaccine. So,
Mm-hmm.
if
So
I
how
were
many
you though, I'd do
days?
both. Huh?
Yeah. How like do you have to take the test 2 days before and then bring the results with you?
Minimum 3 days, so 72 hours.
Mm-hmm.
So you
Oh,
have 72 hours to get the
so you're
test results.
vaccinated, so you can go. So am I.
Well, yeah, yeah. So you can. Oh, I've got a phone call coming in. Hold on a second.
Okay. I'm like, is she starting the musical segment of the program already? Can definitely can. 72 hours and upload. Is that what you did, Shirley? Was that the same rules when you went like a month or so ago? Because surely you've been quite the traveling professional. Aren't you supposed to be on the road again this weekend? Was it this weekend? Yeah. I think if I find a good babysitter, money sitter, then maybe I'll start thinking about traveling. Oh yeah, that's right. Oh my goodness, is your are your parents adopting? I can pretend to be a kid. Usually I am a kid. I'm small like a kid. Can he doesn't like it And I think a lot of the airlines have more restrictive rules now. And get rid of the black box until she comes back. Um, Before COVID, we used to be able to put the little pets in a carrier as long as they can fit underneath the seat in front of us. We can bring them. But I've heard that the rules have been tightened so that in some airlines, even if you can prove that PuppyCat is like my emotional support animal, you might still have to send them into cargo, which I don't think PuppyCat will do very well in at all. So I am not willing to risk that if he has to go into cargo because it's like cold, it's loud, it's everything that he doesn't like. Oh, so that'll be the most incredible trip in Florida. So yeah, but that'll be amazing. And you're fully vaccinated, so you should be okay. But just still wear your mask. Do you have enough surgical masks, Shirley? If not, I have like I'm stashed with so much when all the other facilities say that we're running low and this and that. So if any of you guys need good surgical masks or KN95s, let me know because my buyer helps me get them and she helped me test them to make sure that they are real, authentic, and the most protective. Um, Actually, speaking of me taking forever to edit a video down to 15 minutes, one of my first semi edited and produced videos is me cutting up disposable masks, setting them on fire, dunking them in liquid to make sure that the huge batches that I sell, and of course, Shirley, just DM me somewhere. Um, I cut them up, light them on fire, I dunk them in colored liquids, and I think I do 3 tests. So I should post that video here on Haps and on Facebook again, so you guys can see because you guys can try it too. Especially if you um buy them outside and you don't really know where they're coming from, or like me, you're somewhat paranoid. So the disposable surgical masks, even the regular ones, are supposed to have at least 3 layers, and the inside filter, it's not supposed to burn. It's supposed to be a melt blown material, which means they're not equally um uh how do you say it, like knitted together. You know how like your sweater and your shirts, if you look at it under a magnifying glass, the fibers are equally lined up. So that's not good when it comes to trying to filter small particles. Yeah, so the regular ones, even the thin ones, if you cut them up, there should be a middle filter. If you want to try this yourself, I mean, Austin's always concerned that I might burn down the house like Piano Man. Speaking of Piano Man, is he asleep? Anyway, so what I do is I cut them up, take out the filter. I take a little like a candle or something, and just like with the little corner, if you're laughing at me and Piano Man. Um, so when you put the little flame on the inside filter piece, it's supposed to melt. If it goes poof, then we've got a problem. Because I have heard that there are faulty manufacturers or people who are trying to scam the public and just maybe use a piece of tissue or some inferior material instead of the real thing that will protect you. So, yeah, maybe I'll do a stream and you guys can follow along. That might be fun.
This is very useful information.
Oh, are you listening? Yeah. That's my very first um edited YouTube video that I did like 3 times because one of my senior executives, who's the VP of communications at the local utility company, he saw it And he goes, Ella, I have a few suggestions if you don't mind. I go, from you? You have had it. Name all of it. Then he wrote me like 2 pages full of like what I should be doing. All right, Lee, you know I'm gonna do it, right? It's gonna take me like 28 hours to create this 15-minute video. But I did it because he knows what he's talking about and I don't. So yeah, I'll
Well,
post it and then I can do it live with you guys too. Because I'm not sure if there are still such manufacturers. Because when you remember in the beginning, everyone was saying, supplies are low and people have to like fight and claw their way to get at, any disposable mask or even not disposable ones. So I think at that point there were more dishonest manufacturers who try to take advantage of all of our vulnerabilities. Um, so right now you can get them anyway. You get them online. You Target, Walmart, Costco. I think the big manufacturers, the big shops, probably safe. But if you get them from Amazon, I don't know where they come from.
it's
My
true.
buyer helps me, so now she does the burning down of the houses for me. Now that I told her, "Ryan, that's what I gotta do." So do you wanna? And I order, a whole rainbow of colors just for fun, and I put them in my shop. Just like regular surgical mask in like any color you can imagine, just so I can add a little fun in the not fun things we have to do, and of course bunnies.
That's true. Those would be so great for children's hospitals or like pediatricians too. I think it would be great.
Yeah, and they don't cost significantly more. I think for a small merchant, it's more about the shipping than the cost.
True.
Because since I'm not buying 8 million of them, I pretty much pay pretty close to retail by air from overseas. So I think
Shipping
that's a
is a
good.
mess.
Yes, it is. Yes, from another small business owner. Shipping is probably like one of the most significant barriers to making a cleaner profit.
Exactly.
Yeah, so I
I
do
agree.
try to sell from my shop whenever possible. Oh, and one little old me, it seems like if I'm at home, I can skip the online. When I'm at the shop, the online kind of goes by the wayside. Oh my gosh, one of the baseball dads had the Moderna vaccine and he's in ICU. Oh, I'm so sorry.
That's
So
not the first story I've heard about this. It's
yeah,
actually kind of everywhere, and I do not believe they should be called breakthrough anymore. It's not
yeah,
really breakthrough anymore when everyone's being like infected either again or for the first time.
yeah. There's still, I mean, in terms of percentages, it's still a really small percentage of all the people that's been vaccinated. It's still like under 1%, probably like 0.5% of everyone, because we don't get tested if we're vaccinated unless we actually feel something. So
It's
yeah,
true.
and my niece who's a dental student, and she's working with a more senior person at like treating patients, and that more senior partner, I mean, of course they're from like a local UC, um and they're all vaccinated, but he still got it. I mean, very little symptoms, but because they treat patients, they still have to get tested regularly, like every couple of days, and he still got it. So he
Yeah.
just has to quarantine. He's not feel like there's his symptoms are much like a cold or a flu, nothing life threatening, and I think
Yeah.
that, yeah,
Yeah.
but they still.
Most of the people that I know that got it had very, very mild symptoms or were asymptomatic. So it's
Hmm.
really interesting. I never got it, so I don't know what it's like. But
No, knock
the
on wood.
people I know that did get it, which basically everyone I know, except for one person and you, I guess, um, that actually got like that. A lot of people got it, and Most of them were very mild to asymptomatic. I think one or two of them really suffered a lot,
Oh.
um, probably due to um, lifestyle habits and things. But for the most
Mm-hmm.
part, I mean, everyone lived to tell the tale. I was looking at statistics today.
Mm-hmm.
People who were in severe or mild condition were 0.6% of anybody who tested.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, pretty crazy.
Yeah.
And everyone I know now that has contracted COVID did get the vaccine, which is like, whoa.
Hmm. Yeah. So long as we still kind of like keep our communities from flooding the hospitals, I will
Yeah,
consider that a success.
yeah,
Because I mean that's we all get colds and flus anyway. So if the vaccines even protect us from that, from entering the hospital, I will still sign up for it. You felt nothing. Oh,
yeah.
good.
See, Shirley, she had it, and asymptomatic. That didn't help me in convincing my husband to take the vaccine. Yeah, Shirley says he was in the hospital for 14 days and he still won't take it. Wow. Okay. Hmm.
I guess we all make these choices. So hey, did you bring your guitar?
I did not.
How shall we finagle Olivia from showcasing her skill?
I can play a song.
Okay, start us off while you guys still consider the very first would you rather question. And please
Ooh,
explain.
what did you ask? I missed the question.
Oh, the first question is would you rather dive into a pool of bunny poop or bunny pee? And please explain why, because I'm asking people to like and vote for the most creative answers. So it's the elaboration that will distinguish your answer from everyone else's.
I
Doesn't have to
see.
be scientific, doesn't have to be true, it just has to be creative.
Okay. I know
Yes.
my answer.
Yep. So type it in so people can read it and vote for it. And at the end of the Would You Rather game, I will count up which answer, which explanation has the most votes. Well, some people already got the first question, so I'm going to skip to the next so you guys can all catch up and answer. So the first question is dive into a pool of bunny poop or bunny pee. So, second question for those who have already answered the first one. I love swimming pool questions. Would you
They both
rather,
sound so gross.
but they're bunny. Okay,
They both
second
sound
question.
gross, Ella.
Well,
Poop or pee?
poop, a bunny poop or bunny pee? Hi. So, second question
I would
is
rather not dive in a pool. Jason.
it would
Oh, I didn't get to say hi to you, Jason Gates, earlier. Hi, Jason Gates. Again.
neither. No, no, you have to pick one
Hi,
so
Craig.
that the other people in the audience can choose which answer they like best and vote for it. Second question:
True.
would you rather jump into a pool of gummy bears or M&Ms?
Oh, easy.
Mm-hmm. Okay, put your answers in. The first one is bunny poop or bunny pee, and please explain why, because your explanation is what's going to get the vote. The second one is gummy bears or M&Ms, a giant pool. Oh, and I'm not gonna fill the pool with two, so you can only you have to dive in like twice.
Okay, and I don't want to mix the poop with the gummy bears because that's gross.
Yes, we'll have our reasons. So you have to elaborate. Put your rationale in the comments, and then I'll remind people to read through them and pick their favorite one. So you guys got two questions now. Two questions, and maybe Olivia can play us a song while you guys ponder through that. Remember,
Okay,
your explanation is what will distinguish you. Why are you choosing gummy bears and why are you choosing M&Ms? Or what? Yeah, gummy
okay.
is one or the other, Jason. So, would you rather jump into a pool completely filled with gummy bears Or would you jump into a pool completely filled with M&Ms? And then the first question is, the pool is either going to be filled with bunny poop or bunny pee. Which pool are you going to dive into? And elaborate. I used to do this with Austin like for days.
How cute.
And you know you cannot make up your own. You kind of have to. Ooh, she is very beautiful.
Oh, thank you. Oh my. I can't get back to you. For some reason, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, but you are frozen. I thought you were just like, wait, you're not frozen anymore.
Oh,
Okay,
weird. See, I can't
you can.
hop back on. My
Oh,
Chrome is frozen.
oh, you can reset.
Okay, I'm
Oh,
gonna come back in. Hold on.
okay, and queue up your